Hello, and welcome to Spoiler Alert, where I tell you how something was that isn't yet. This week, we're taking a look at Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, the first of many films this year which feature superheroes ignoring supervillains in favor of fighting each other. Now, this movie is pretty much what it says on the tin. Batman is a big ball of anger, goes to fight Superman in Metropolis, Superman fights back, cue chaos, and Metropolis is back on cleanup duty until the next super fight. So without further ado, let's introduce our contenders. In this corner, we have Bruce Wayne, the vigilante/billionaire who became a bat-themed crime fighter after the murder of his parents, which is different from everyone else's reaction to their parents dying, which is usually alcoholism. And in the other corner, we have Clark Kent, Superman, the last son of Krypton sent to Earth to be a beacon of justice in an otherwise, let's be honest, subpar sucky world. Powers include flight, super strength, laser vision, and neck snapping. And by the way, Donald Trump, good luck building a wall that could keep this illegal immigrant out. At the end of the last movie, Superman nearly leveled an entire city, and now the American people are getting the idea that maybe the alien with godlike powers could possibly be a threat, a thought encouraged by the number of alien invasion movies we've made. Superman is summoned to an ill-conceived congressional hearing in an attempt to intimidate him, but I mean, they couldn't even scare Martin Shkreli. What are they gonna do to Superman? What could we get Superman to do to Martin Shkreli? Bruce, meanwhile, has already been the Batman for a while by the start of this, and as Alfred is fond of pointing out, is getting too old for this shit. Yes, this is a new Batman, our first time seeing him. You know it's a DC Comics product when it's got a reboot in it. Clark and Bruce meet at a gala thrown by billionaire Lex Luthor, who I imagine must have plans to see Professor X's barber, and the two clash on their political views and ideals. I mean, at this point, Bruce Wayne is the natural enemy to reporter Clark Kent because Bruce has access to the one thing that all newspapers need but don't have: money. Bruce, for his part, is pissed at Superman for knocking down Wayne Towers the last time he turned Metropolis into the set of Clash of the Titans. To be fair though, the 9/11 imagery that evoked really did add something to the fight. What was it again? Oh right, poor taste. So, as you can see, there is some tension here, but unlike normal people, these two can't just go out back and talk out their differences. No, they've got to level a whole goddamn city before this will be done. You know, I'm starting to think that Clark has some hidden investments in the rebuilding industry. Gotta get that green from somewhere, and I ain't talking about kryptonite. Now, from here on, this movie isn't particularly hard to figure out, even if the trailers hadn't already basically spoiled every single plot twist we're gonna get. I mean, there are only so many ways this could go. If Superman wins, it's obvious. Of course he's gonna win. He's Superman. Winning is what he does. I thought the Man of Steel marketing campaign was really smart because they never asked the question, will he triumph? Because no one thought he wouldn't. It'd be like going into a Transformers movie and being surprised when the car turned into a robot. But if Batman wins, that's also obvious. Of course he's gonna win. He won in the comic books, and there's enough junk from Krypton lying around after the last fight to render Superman as powerless as any other 2-bit reporter out there. And finally, if they put aside their differences to take down a greater foe, that too is obvious because it's called Dawn of Justice. Everyone knows this, just build up to the Justice League movie, and it's not even bothering to hide it. Oh, and the trailer also shows them teaming up, so yeah, obvious. In short, unless Batman and Superman start making out, this film isn't going to surprise anyone. And I mean, the movie is one big long fight. It'd be nice to see them kiss and make up at the end of it. But first they're going to have to take down Doomsday, because the other Armageddon-themed villain we have on hand is busy fighting the X-Men in the 1980s. Turns out, while Clark and Bruce were busy fisting each other, Lex Luthor was tearing out his own hair trying to learn how to make a monster, because those things never turn on their creators. And it looks like it's gonna take more than Superman, Batman, and the pile of rubble that was once their city to take down Doomsday. Yes, this villain will require a Wonder Woman's touch. Now, this brings me to a larger point I wanted to make, which was throwing all these characters in here and then giving them their own spin-off movies seems to me like a bad idea. I mean, remember how much you loved Wolverine in the X-Men? And wasn't he great in his own solo films? No, he wasn't. But when all the Marvel heroes teamed up for the Avengers, that was really cool, which gets to my point. Most people would rather see a mashup than a spin-off. A spin-off makes you feel like you're missing something. In this movie, we're being introduced to the new Batman and Wonder Woman, and getting brief glimpses of Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman. That's a lot of movies to spin off, so I predict for the time being, Marvel will continue to dominate DC at the cinema. So that's it for this week's spoiler alert. Please leave me comments down below giving me ideas for what else to review in advance next. And until next time, don't say I didn't warn you.